You're tuned into the Believe in Bengals show with Solomon Wilcots and Adam Pacman Jones.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Believe in Bengal podcast delivered by 828 Logistics. He is Adam Pacman Jones. I'm Solomon Wilcots, and the gentleman you see on the screen with us is none other than Cincinnati Bengals head coach Zac Taylor. And Coach, first of all, on this Monday morning, congratulations, first of all, for advancing in the playoffs, but just kind of give us your thoughts as that game was unfolding, some of the dramatic moments, and just kind of what went into winning this game for you.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a low possession game. Yeah, each team had 3 possessions in the first half. That's not shocking. That's usually what happens when you play Baltimore, and because they make you extend your drives. They don't give up any explosives. They play a lot of too high zones. They got a good front that gets pressure on you. So you got to work your way down the field. It eats up the clock, and then conversely, that's what they do on offense as well. They run the ball and eat up the clock, and so you feel like you played pretty good at halftime. It's 10-9, and you're down, and you've only had 3 possessions, and our guys just hung in there. They knew it was going to be ugly, but our defense in the fourth quarter found a way to get some big plays for us and turn that game around.
Hey, Coach, I had told a couple of my buddies, I said this will be probably the hardest game for us. With the Ravens being the top 5 defense, and us coming back and playing them 3 times. It's hard to play somebody 3 times and beat them 2 times. So what was the message to the guys in the offense? I mean, to the guys in the locker room about this task this week?
Yeah, that it was going to come down really to ball security and winning the turnover battle. Because like you said, both teams know each other so well, all the matchups, all the strengths, all the weaknesses. And when you're not going to have a lot of possessions, when you win the turnover battle 2-1, like we did, it's no surprise that we win by 1 possession. That's what it was going to come down to. And it wouldn't have surprised me if a game like that came down to overtime, because that's just the way it went. But again, our defense found a way to punch that ball out, go score, and that was the difference in the game.
Tell me more about this defense, because the second half of the season, I mean, I can remember going even all the way back to the Tampa game, week 15. We're down 17-0 at halftime. Next thing you know, we start picking off Tom Brady. That's not easy to do. And we get 4 turnovers in that game. I remember against the Patriots and a combination of DJ Reader, Von Bell, BJ Hill. They strip Ramondre Stevens of the ball. We get to walk out of there a winner. And then I can go even back, taking the ball away from Travis Kelce. Great job by Jermaine Pratt. Seems like every single week this game sort of played true to form to what this defense has really meant to this team all season.
Yeah, I think that's indicative of any great team I've ever been a part of. Is you just know someone's going to make a play. You don't know who it is, and it could be somebody different every single week. And you mentioned a whole list of guys that have stepped up and made those big plays. And that's when you got great defenses, it can be anybody at any time. I think yesterday, you talk about the goal line stand for the touchdown, but really Jesse Bates, they had a long run. Huntley had a long run down to the 2. Jesse Bates, not every safety makes that play. Sometimes that's a touchdown. Right. The next play, Cam Sample bats the ball down. The next play, Von Bell makes a play on the 1-yard line for a stop and goal line. And then we follow that up with really Jermaine Pratt stoning the quarterback on the quarterback sneak to start, and then Logan knocking the ball out.
That's right.
Guys finishes. So, it's a whole list of people that were involved in those 4 plays leading up to that big play, when a lot of teams just would have given up the touchdown on the Tyler Huntley keeper there, for 20-yard touchdown.
That's right.
Coach, I gotta say it. I hate to do it, but I gotta say it. I'm sitting here at halftime. I'm like, look, we have this game won. All we have to do is keep our eyes out the backfield. So Eli Apple has a problem with keeping his eyes in the backfield. Can you relay this message for me and tell him that, look, he's playing good, but nothing happened good when you're looking in the backfield? I'm sitting here nervous to death, Coach. I'm like, all right, we up a little bit. Let's just play off a little bit, play with a little security, tackle the ball in front of us. I know our whole house almost went crazy at that point. But another thing I want to say, the guys are playing so fast right now. Do you think the way you took care of them in the preseason has something to do with the reason they're playing so fast at this week of the first week of the playoffs? They look really fresh.
Mean, that's part of why we do what we do. We want them coming out of training camp feeling like they're physically ready. They've had the contact they need to have, but at the same time they feel as good as they could possibly feel leading into that first game, knowing that we want to be playing in January and February. And so we modify our practices at the bye week. It's the midweek point of the year. We modify the practices 4 weeks after that. It's as hard as it is for me to eliminate reps. I know it's the best thing for us to do in practice. And really Wednesdays, we don't even go full speed anymore on Wednesdays, so they get 2 days of work on Thursday and Friday. But the most important thing is that we're healthy and fresh because our guys are smart enough. They're good enough. We want those guys fresh on Sunday. And so far it's paying off for us.
Coach, as long as I've been around football, I've always said touchdowns follow good blocking up front. You can have all the talent you want at the skill positions, but man, we need 5 mean guys up front blocking. And over the last 3 games, we lost one after another. First Lyle Collins, then Alex Kappa, then we lost Jonah Williams. How are we able to finish that game to come away a winner despite losing 3 of our 5 starters on the offensive line? And what's the plan moving forward?
Well, that's why you try to develop as many guys as you can, and you acquire as many guys as you can. That's why we drafted Jackson Carman, in the second round, knowing that, it's hard for a rookie to come in and play. Here he is in the second year. He's getting his opportunities. Yeah. You look at why we claimed Max Sharping at the cut down, because you knew you were going to need depth at some point. You didn't know when it was, week 8, week 17, whatever it is. Yeah. And so we just got plenty of guys who have either been in the system for a couple of years or we acquired for these reasons. And so now their numbers being called, and we're going to need everybody. Whatever it looks like on Sunday, we're going to need them all to step up and be able to play for us. We trust that they will.
Okay. Coach, I've been doing a great job. He just named all the guys that we have out on offense. I can name the guys that we missing on defense. You and Lou, y'all just figure out a way to plug guys in to make it work. Shout out to Duke, because Duke doing a great job up top with putting all this together. My last question for you, Coach. We ain't never seen nothing like Joe Cool. And I sit at home and I watch the film, and I watch the film a lot, and I say, ooh, if we could have had a guy like that. He just this.
That's everyone's thoughts, right?
I gotta take out is it what it seemed to be, Coach? Because I love this guy.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, and that's oftentimes that's the difference in this league. There's plenty of teams that have great teams, but you got to have that guy that gives you the edge. And the perfect example was in the third quarter yesterday, 3rd and 1 on that first drive. We call you all know Baltimore. They're big up front. Yeah. The short yardage goal line is as hard as it gets.
That's right.
And so we had a sprint right, and it's just you've seen that play a million times where you're trying to pick and get a corner route and a flat route, and of course, they play zone coverage and they pass it off. There's no one there. And Roquan shoots through the B gap, and he makes a miss, reverses course on a sprint out, and goes to the backside, makes a first down. And that's you can't teach that, you can't coach that. That's a guy knowing he's got to make the play in the moment, even when he makes you look good, even when he got a bad play call and extends the drive. And no one's going to write about that. No one even realizes it was a 3-yard gain. No one's going to make a big deal about it when it was really the whole game on the line.
Yeah, he takes the play and he takes it to a whole nother level, even beyond even the opposing defensive coaches. We had him stop there, and then Joe still figures it out, and that's what the great ones are able to do. I want you to touch on one more thing, a couple of more things before we let you go. First of all, just the way that he took care of the ball in this game. Ball protection, it's a priority every single week, but especially when you're going up against a team like the Baltimore Ravens, right? They're trying to steal a possession. They're trying to put that offense on a short field. Just kind of talk to us about the way that he protected the ball. It's okay to go ahead and punt, long as we're not giving it to the other team. Joe seemed to understood what kind of game he was playing on Sunday against the Ravens and the kind of team that he was playing against.
Yeah, he knew that, and that's a big point of emphasis this week was we're not going to get a lot of possessions. We can't give any of them up. There might be times where we get a holding call and we're in 3rd and long. And we just got to make sure we maintain possession and flip the field on a punt. And, he had the fumble last week, really. He got face mask. And so he's one of the best in the world and keeping 2 hands on the ball in the pocket. And you can't really account for getting your head jerked the other way.
That's right.
The ball pops out. But he does a great job of that. He knows how critical those plays are for us. And we appreciate that.
One last question before we let you go. We got this game, the one that we all have been waiting for, and that is Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. It's going to come in the divisional round next week. But now we've got to go out there to them. We know it's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. Just kind of give us a preview of what we can expect and what you're going to tell the guys for what they need to be prepared for.
This is how it was meant to be for us. We're going to be on the road in these tough environments. That's what this team is built for. Really, at this point, wouldn't want it any other way. Let's earn everything we get. Let's go into one of the most hostile environments in all of football. So at this point, we're looking forward to it, and we know it's not going to be easy. We know it's going to be loud. We know it could be windy, but we're going to embrace all that stuff and do our best to go put out a show.
See, Adam, that's why we like Coach. Go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
I'm betting the cavalry on us in the Bengals, and I'm waiting for us to have our little golf thing after the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and take care of this business.
I'll play all the golf you want to play after the Super Bowl. So
there you go. And I just want everyone to know right here on the Believe in Bengal podcast, you are our vote for Coach of the Year. The way that you handled everything from your quarterback having emergency appendectomy surgery at the beginning of the year, losing critical pieces like a Jamar Chase at one moment or another player here or there. And then the way that you handle things in the Monday night game with Damar Hamlin and the leadership that you showed for our players and for the entire city. Didn't look to leverage that and negotiated and to benefit the team. Clearly put everything in priority. We appreciate you. We thank you for taking the time to join us on the show today.
Well, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support, and we gotta have a fun run here.
That's right. Who dey? Go Bengals. This is Cincinnati Bengals head coach Zac Taylor joining us on the Believe in Bengal podcast delivered by 828 Logistics. We'll be back right here on Bally Sports Ohio. We're back on the Believe in Bengal podcast delivered by 828 Logistics on Bally Sports Ohio. And Adam, right now it's time to talk about the Performer of the Week, brought to us, of course, by the great people at Eli Sports Bar and Grill. Our Performer of the Week is none other than someone, that's right, a native of Cincinnati, none other than Sam Hubbard. He of the 98-yard fumble return for a touchdown, the third longest return in NFL postseason history. What a play. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was pacing the floor, and then when I saw Sam Hubbard, I almost wanted to go out there and help him get down the field into the end zone.
Oh my God, that was like the longest. I wonder how long it took him. I didn't even check that out. How many seconds it took him to go 100 and some yards? But I was just like, keep running. Don't pull nothing. Keep running. Don't pull your hamstring because we need you next week.
Man.
He finally got there, man. Oh my God, that made my day. That was, that reminded me of, we had a similar play here when we played Green Bay a while back, a long time ago. And Dunlap had a long run. I think it was like 90 some yards. He ran it back and made it all the way back and jumped in the crowd. And we won the game. But that was amazing, man. Sam has been playing with a lot of energy.
Yeah, that's his game, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his game. And I got a chance to see after the game where he said every Tuesday or Thursday, him and his boy running 110s to see what's the fastest time they can get up to. And he said he's trying to get up to 18. He running like 17.9, 17.5. And I thought that was kind of interesting for a guy that ran, I think 4.9 at the combine. But he's whatever he ran.
Yeah, but he's a defensive lineman, and he understands that kind of track workout. Mm-hmm. It not only it helps your speed, but it helps your endurance. It helps you to be able to run 100 yards. And listen, how many times have you heard somebody say, "Well, on the football field, how many times are you running 100 yards?"
Right.
You do those workouts for the one time you have to, because when you're running 100 yards, you got a lot of people chasing you, and there are some dudes that could certainly track you down. They almost caught him, and because he was weaved back into the traffic to give my man the angle. So that's why you got to learn to look up at that scoreboard. It's kind of like a rear view mirror. You can see, you can kind of see where they're coming from, but. Let's give also some credit on that play because it was a game-changing play.
Yes.
We have to give Jermaine Pratt stoned him at the line of scrimmage, at that 1 yard line, right at the goal line. Didn't allow him to get it over the top. Then when he tried to get greedy and reach it over, there was Logan Wilson. Remember, we have told people we got 2 linebackers on this defense that we wouldn't trade for anybody else. I've been saying this since going back to the free agency and the draft, like, nope, we're good. Give me Logan Wilson. Give me Jermaine Pratt. They are playmakers, and man, they teamed up to stone them and then to get the fumble. And then, of course, Sam Hubbard was Johnny on the spot. He made the recovery. He didn't just go down. He didn't panic. How big was that play, him running it and scoring it, considering how our offense was up against a really tough defense? We almost needed our defense to score on that play.
And I said again, Sally, you have made me say this 10 times this year doing this show. Pratt and Wilson is the key to our defense. I know we got Sam Herbert. I know we got Rita in the middle, but I'm willing to put my money. I'm talking about together. Let's play together. Let's play some of the top ball this year. Tangibly, as a group, they have to be in the top 3 as far as NFL duo linebackers.
Right.
These two can do it all. They can cover. They knock the hell out of your ass.
That's right.
And they smart. It ain't nothing that they can't do. And like you look at, if you look at our linebackers before they came here, this kid, these tight ends used to get off on us.
They sure did. We couldn't
get
cover,
run the ball here
tackle.
and there. Yeah, but ain't no coming down think a tight end finna get 150 yards. Or no. And they physical. One thing about I seen him. Remember that game I was telling you when the dude was running full speed at him, and he just stopped him and just threw him backwards. I'm like, man, there's no way that he should have been able to grab this grown man that way and just throw him backwards. Solly, you said it. I give you all the props on this. These two guys are special, real special. I think they are a very key element to our team. These are them two linebackers, and Jesse, they setting everything up. They putting the plays in position. Like Coach said, if Jesse don't make that tackle, it's a whole different.
Jesse Bates, we love you, my man. We love we got much love for him on the Believe in Bengal podcast. He went down there and stopped Tyler Huntley, who looked like he was going in. And that dude got wheels. And Jesse went and got him, knocked him out at the 2-yard line. We get the stand. But every great goal line stand starts with the play that made the tackle at the goal line to begin with. And that was Jesse Bates. So just great teamwork. Lou Anaromo, man, you did it again. You just keep doing it. I rattled off to Coach Taylor all these plays during the second half of the season that the defenses make. I didn't even talk about the play Jesse made last week, week 18, when he stripped Sammy Watkins of the ball to seal the deal. It's like every single week, Cincinnati Bengals defense, that's right, the defense is making these game-changing plays. You go all the way back to week 15 against Tampa. We're down 17-0 at halftime. Dude, Trey Flowers get that first interception, and after that, it just start rolling. And we just been on a roll each and every week. In each of the last 3 games, we've lost one of our offensive linemen. Lyle Collins, he goes down against the Patriots. And then last week, week 18 against the Ravens, we lose Alex Kappa, our right guard. And now we've lost our left tackle in Jonah Williams. 3 straight weeks, we lose one of our starters. And now we're playing without 3 of our top 5 starters on the offensive line. What are we going to do? Help me out here.
You know, Solly, when you got a dude named Joe Cool, you just say y'all figured out up front, and I handle the rest, because last year we played without a line. The year before that, we played with a half a line. So I'm kind of nervous, but I'm not. I think Zach have the tools to still take care of what he need to take care of. We got to go up on the center a little bit more, because we're gonna need the back to stay in a little bit to help out with the blocking. I don't think it's nobody that can guard our 3 wide receivers. So that's just my opinion. I think we got to get it out a little quicker, but I do think we got to run the ball, play action, to slow the linemen up so they can't, the defensive linemen, so they can't just pin off and play the run second instead of, playing the run first and then playing the pass.
Here are the names you're going to hear going into Buffalo to play them in the divisional round playoff game on Sunday. Greg Russo, Boogie Basham, Ed Oliver, AJ Epinesa. But one name you won't hear, thank goodness, is Von Miller. We all remember him. This guy's already won Super Bowls. He's been an MVP. Just won one last year playing with the Rams, helping Aaron Donald go up against our offensive line. He's out for the season. So I couldn't imagine what it would be like without our 3 of our 5 starters on the offensive line and then Von Miller leading what is already a good group. People should know this about the Buffalo Bills secondary. They rank top 5 in total takeaways. In fact, every single year they rank. Leslie Frazier, we know him very well. Used to be defensive coordinator with the Cincinnati Bengals. They can take the ball away on the back end. They're very good in their secondary. Tre'Davious White is a phenomenal cornerback, and they've got guys who can get after the quarterback. So that's what we're facing in this game without some of our starters. Ball's got to come out quick, but that means wide receivers got to get separation quick.
And I agree. Javon Walker been playing. When he play good, he play good. But the DBs in Buffalo haven't been that good, Solid. Like, when they've been targeted, they all given up 100-yard plus. If you watch them last week, like, they played a lot of zone, but it wasn't nothing really impressive about the secondary unit. I don't know. These last 5 weeks of the season, they haven't shown me nothing in the back end that impressed me. But we are going to Buffalo. We know it's going to be cold. Hopefully it don't snow, because if it snow, they're going to be throwing snowballs. We know how that goes.
That's true.
But we got to win the games with the receivers. We have the best receiving unit in the NFL.
There you go.
So that's what we got to win the game, man. I think our DBs match up with they offensive guys pretty good. I'm nervous about Diggs. I'm nervous about Quinny keeping his damn eyes out the backfield. Now, everybody else, I think we match up pretty good. I am nervous about Apple. I'm sorry. And I'm tired of all this pre-animated that they, man, get on your man, lock in on your man, and keep your eyes on your man, and we'll be okay.
Eli Apple, you've been warned. Adam Jones just told you. We're going to pay you a visit, bro. All right? All right, we're back on the Believe in Bengal podcast, delivered by 828 Logistics. That's right, on Bally Sports Ohio. Solomon Wilcots, Adam Pacman Jones. Adam, we got to talk about this game. The Buffalo Bills coming up. Josh Allen, their wide receiving core. I love me some Stephon Diggs. Gabe Big Game Davis. And now they got Cole Beasley. They got the speedster in John Brown. These dudes can fly, but we got to cover them. But we got problems with some discipline on the back end of our secondary. So how are we going to take on this group, this offensive unit for the Buffalo Bills?
Well, we all know what Lou going to do. Lou is going to come in the stadium and say Diggs is not going to beat us, period, point blank. Figure out somebody else to beat us. Diggs will not beat us. I think the defensive unit is really good. Now we got to just do the little shit. Worry about our job and our man. If we do those little things, Lou is calling an unbelievable game. The plays that they're getting on us are discipline plays where we're having bad eyes or trying to do something else. But I think that with Lou, if you stay disciplined, he putting it right in your hand. I'm like, what they say, I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink.
Can't make you drink. Can't make you drink. Look, man, we need some corn. Cam Taylor-Britt, I'll see you. I see you. Because that dude can play now.
He can play.
That dude can play. The young rookie out of Nebraska, man. Physical. He'll tackle. He getting better and better. His coverage technique. All right, Eli Apple, you can watch the rookie over there, man. He comes up and tackle. When he see that ball and pulling guard coming around, he bringing it. He coming up. Dax Hill was thrown into the mix a little bit. Dax, I know you're still feeling your way, but you got to make a play for us this week. First round pick, we got to get a play out of Dax Hill. Our secondary is going to have to bring it now. As we go deeper into these playoffs now, no more hiding. And Von Bell, Jesse Bates, we know y'all ain't hiding. Hey, legit as they come.
And Bates always get him. He going to get him one. You know Josh Allen going to throw us one. Josh Allen ain't that disciplined either. You ain't see all them balls that was late this week? Oh, come on now.
He had 3 turnovers. He threw 2 picks against Miami, put the ball on the ground, and they scooped and scored on the touchdown. So Josh Allen's going to give us some. Can we catch it? Will we hold on to it? That's going to be the big deal. Look, You know the Buffalo Bills don't like the Bengals. Y'all got to understand there's some history here. In 1988, led by Boomer Esiason, Chris Collinsworth, Ickey Woods, James Brooks, and the SWAT team, we played them 3 times in 1 year. 3 times. They ain't even in our same division, including the AFC Championship game. And even with the likes of the great Bruce Smith, who I have great respect for, Cornelius Bennett, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, my boy Steve Tasker, they got a host of Hall of Famers. We took them down, right? They still remember that. In so much their coach called the league office that morning.
What they do, Solid?
So we couldn't run the no-huddle offense. Come on, man. Just like an Ivy Leaguer. They want to litigate. They don't want to play. You know, when they get physical, they don't want none of that smoke. So, yeah, we still got to run our plays. And so the next year, guess who's running the no-huddle, calling it the K-gun? Buffalo, I still know who you are. And you still know who we are. Cincinnati Bengals got to come out of here with a win. What say you, Adam?
Bet your money with the Bengals on all platforms. Jesse Bates going to come home with a pick this week. And we owe Josh Allen. We owe everybody in Buffalo. I want you to bring. I don't want no nothing because we coming. We coming. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We coming. The whole.
All right. Don't forget. Join us again right here next week on the Believe in Bengal podcast, delivered by 828 Logistics, right here on Bally Sports Ohio. Thank you for joining us, everyone.